Hello everyone, and welcome back to 9-9. It's just going to be me for this episode. Unfortunately, Siren Prince's throat is bothering him again. I hope you'll join me in wishing him a speedy recovery. I'm not sure what's going on, but he's just been having a rough time of it lately. Hopefully we won't miss anything too critical to the story. I don't think we will, considering last episode was pretty story heavy. We'll see what happens. But last time we came across Rig Veda, which is a very interesting blend of bad guys. Ghost definitely seems very intimidating. Of course, we know that Haruka, her power is surprisingly dangerous, especially if you're male. And then we have no idea what the commander's ability is, but based on the comments, it sounds like he is goofy but dangerous. A bad combination. And speaking of goofy but dangerous, here's Yuuki. So let's see what she has to say. We return to 9-Ball. At first, she insisted she had nothing to say to us, but she folded pretty quickly when I offered to buy her a parfait as thanks for saving us. Hopefully it wasn't the fruit parfait. Once we get introductions out of the way, I ask the question on everyone's mind. You're a user, right?
User. あなたたちはそう呼んでいるよね。
Why, what do you prefer?
じゃあ、アーティファクトを。生物のことね。持っている。
Despite both parties having our own made-up terms, we're able to understand each other pretty well. Yuki casually takes a bite of her parfait. Though I suppose it's possible we're just talking about different things and not realizing it. No, wait, I saw her stigma. She's a user, no doubt about it. What I really want to know is, why'd you save us?
認識を改めたから。
Okay, is that a good thing?
認識?
Kujo, who's sitting next to Yuki, glances over at me. I'm confused too. She's talking like she already knew us. I mean, she's just been eavesdropping on us for a while. Yuki seems to understand our confusion since she keeps going. Well, it's possible she was planning to explain all of this regardless.
あなたたちは私をただの常連だと思っていたようだけれど、私はあなたたちが能力者であることをすでに知っていた。
Where did you get that terminology?
はあ、店内であんなに大声で話していれば嫌でも聞こえる。
At least that's the same, I suppose. She sighs. Did she overhear us when we were talking about Sora's abilities? Come to think of it, she might have been there that day too. My memories are too vague to be sure, but I have an inkling she was.
それ以来、あなたたちのことを警戒していた。
Why?
そう。力に溺れ、罪を犯すようであれば、私が裁くつもりでいた。
Other than eating parfaits, that's your favorite pastime, isn't it?
いえ、私たちはそんな。わかっている。
She puts down her spoon and wipes a bit of whipped cream from the corner of her mouth. Then she takes a gulp of her tea and continues her story.
あなたたちは、リグベーダの思想に対し、怒りを抱いていた。ですね。人が死んでいるのに、素晴らしいなんて。信用とまではいかないけれど、少なくとも悪人ではないと思ったの。
And I suppose that makes it adequate.
それが、助けた理由。
She picks up her spoon and takes another bite of her parfait. She was gonna pass judgment on us, huh? I noticed this back when she first showed up to help. She sure is confident in her powers. While I am curious what her artifact lets her do, I don't completely trust her yet either. I'm pretty sure she's not a bad person, but I don't want to reveal all of our cards to her. And if we ask her about her abilities, we'll be obligated to tell her about ours. And there actually is something I'm even more interested in than her powers. Alright, that makes sense. And thanks. The odds were against us back there, so you really saved our hides. Can I ask you something else? that Val whatever thingy, what was it called?
Valhalla Society.
Yeah, that. What the heck's that?
一言で言い表すことは難しいけれど、わかりやすく説明するならば、世界の平和を守る組織。私が8歳の時に作った。
When you were 8. Okay. When you were 8?
ええ。
So, back at the shrine, you said something about us and the Valhalla Society, right? Like, you're including the three of us?
そうね、流れで。
Oh, so you're just full of it. Say what?
奴らは組織を結成していた。ならばこちらも、組織で対抗したかった。
And so you pulled out the thing you made up when you were 8? And that's where we came in?
そう。あれは、これ以上ない好機だったわね。
Do we get uniforms? So what you're saying is, the bad guys had this cool-sounding group name, so you threw one out too to compete with them?
端的に言えば、そうね。思ったの。彼らが、悪がリグベーダと名乗ったとき、ここだ、と。
Teacup still in hand, she strikes a pose. Wow. Oh no. She's an idiot. Okay. It's a little harsh, but okay. She seemed so together during the whole confrontation with the commander, but I guess that was basically just acting?
巻き込んだことは謝るわ。責任も取る。リグベーダとの決着は私一人でつける。一人って？パフェと紅茶、ごちそうさま。
Hey, wait up! I stop Yuuki before she can leave.
何？
Can you tell us how to get a hold of you?
言ったでしょ。決着は一人でつける。
Trying to be responsible doesn't mean doing everything on your own. If you're the leader of this society, then it's your job to lead us.
リーダー。
Well, I was, but I didn't come up with a name, so, you know. Congratulations. Obviously, it's your organization, isn't it?
おお。
She hasn't let a smile cross her face yet, but I can tell she's happy. Man, she's even easier to handle than I expected. If you prefer acting alone, that's fine, but we're not planning to let those guys do as they please either, so the least we could do is exchange information from time to time.
いいでしょう。
Then it's settled. Here's my Lime ID. I show her my phone. Yuuki pulls out her own phone and starts tapping away. A few seconds later, I get a message notification. Looking forward to working with you. The message is accompanied by a surprisingly cute bear sticker. Oh, nice. I just cannot figure this girl out, but she does seem to be a good egg. She's a good noodle. Mind if I tell these two your info too?
ええ。じゃあ、ありがとうございました。言ったでしょ。礼には及ばない。
Just parfaits. Yuuki walks off in what she probably thinks is a mysterious and cool manner. Sora looks like she wants to say something too, but Yuuki leaves the restaurant before she gets the chance to. Sora's been quiet this whole time. She must still be feeling down.
一時はどうなるかと思ったけれど、よかったね、4人目の仲間。
We're a foursome! Wait, maybe don't say it like that. Yeah? When she mentioned that Val whatever society, I was sweating bullets.
笑っちゃいけないけど、私もどうしたらいいのか困ってた。
Tell me about it. I couldn't even follow their conversation. Sora remains silent. Hujo looks like she's about to say something to her, but then thinks better of it.
私もそろそろ行くね。
Alright. Thanks for your help.
お疲れ様。ソラちゃん、また明日ね。あ、また。
Kujo grabs her receipt and takes it to the register. Ah, crap. She's totally planning on paying for our share too, isn't she? I want to chase after her, but she went out of her way to leave the two of us alone. I guess I can pay her back tomorrow. Man, I'm hungry. Since we're already here, how about we get dinner before going back? What sounds good to you? I move over to the seat across from Sora, pull out a menu, and lay it open on the table. Sora gives it a brief glance, and then hangs her head again. I was hoping to take her mind off of what happened for a little while, but I guess that's not working. In that case, I might as well broach the subject. So, what happened?
神社行って。
Mm-hmm. Slowly but surely, Sora starts to talk. I don't rush her, just listen quietly.
着いたらもう先輩と司令官って人が話してて、能力使ってたのに後から来たフードのゴーストって人に見つかっちゃって。
That's kind of what I suspected. Okay, so, I wonder if she has some sort of user location ability or something like that. I don't know.
胸ぐらこうグッて掴まれて、何してやがるって。それで他にユーザーいるなら電話かけて呼び出せって。
I see. Well, they did say they were looking for allies too. Anyway, it looks like there's some people your power works better on than others.
お兄ちゃんもみやこ先輩も心配してたのに、調子に乗って迷惑かけてごめんなさい。
Aw. We're gonna talk about this more later, but for now, there's only one thing I have to say to you. Thank God you're safe. Sora puts her head in her hands and turns her back to me. I push the menu over to her. I bet she's crying right now, but she should still be able to see it out of the corner of her eye. Come on, decide what you want to eat already. I'm gonna call the waiter over if you don't.
おごり
Hell no.
ケチ。
You get a way bigger allowance than I do. So, what are you getting? I'm going with the Salisbury steak. Ah, the good old standby.
じゃあ私もハンバーグ。
You're just copying me. Sounds good. Excuse me. I call a waiter over and place our order. Sora's still feeling glum. But the delicious food helps raise her spirits a little. Sora must still be feeling bad, since she starts cleaning up her stuff when we get back to my place. Not only does she throw away all the trash she left lying around, she even folds her clothes and repacks them. Once she's done, she zips up her bag and gets to her feet.
じゃ
You forgot to clean the bath.
あ帰ろうかなって。
To Mom and Dad's?
3泊もしちゃったし。
Awfully late to start being considerate, don't you think? Plus, it's late. You might as well stay over today, too.
いいの
You've got spare underwear left, don't you? We did the laundry, so you should.
うん。
If you really want to go back, though, I'll walk you to the station.
泊まる
But in return, you have to clean the bath.
わかった。
Nice. Sora happily runs off to the bathroom. Normally, I find her overbearing, but when she's so straightforward and sweet, well, it's cute.
終わった。
Like hell you're done cleaning it after 5 seconds. Clean it up properly.
わかった。
She runs back to the bathroom. I take it all back. She's hopeless. I've got to be stricter with her from now on, or she'll let my kindness go to her head. How many times have I told you not to run in the house? I get up and walk to the bathroom. I need to make sure she's doing her job properly this time. I keep watch until the bath is clean to my satisfaction, then return to the living room. We eat some snacks I bought on the way back and do our homework while we wait for the bath to fill. Once it's full, we take our baths, finish our remaining homework, and watch a movie on my laptop. Sora stifles a yawn. Looking at the clock, I realize it's nearly time for bed. The movie's just ended, so I turn off my laptop. Time for bed. Sora goes to the bathroom. Once she's done, I finish up my own business. After brushing my teeth and relieving myself, I return to the living room. Sora's already snug in bed. After the first day, she didn't even ask if she could sleep in my bed. She just took it like it was her right. What a cheeky little brat. Sighing, I spread out the sleeping bag. I'm turning the lights off.
はーい、おやすみ。
Good night. I turn off the lights and crawl into the sleeping bag. It's depressing to think that I've gotten used to this cramped thing. Granted, it's better than sleeping on the floor.
ね
What?
え、寝苦しくない？それ。
Bit late to be asking that, don't you think?
ベッドで寝なよ。
It's fine. You're too fussy to be able to sleep in this thing. You can have the bed.
じゃなくて、一緒に寝ればいいじゃん。寝た？
I'm still awake.
無視すんなよ。
If you don't want to be ignored, then don't make stupid jokes.
本気で言ってんだけど。
That's even worse.
なんでいいじゃん。昔はよく一緒に寝てたじゃん。
You're the one who... Oh, I get it now.
何？
Jeez, how old are you?
ニーヤンの一個下だけど。
I know that. I was just talking about how you still haven't grown up.
んだよな。仕方ないじゃん。
Her voice trails off at the end. Man, she's such a handful. I get out of the sleeping bag and sit down beside the bed. Give me your hand.
うん。
She pokes her hand out of the covers and I take it. We can hold hands until you fall asleep.
添い寝は？
Nah, bed's too small.
ち？
But despite her apparent disappointment, Sora wears a satisfied smile. She's always been like this. She talks big, but she's a total fraidy cat. This one time, she watched a horror movie by accident. She was so scared of the dark that she started crying when I turned the lights off. She's not gonna be able to get to sleep tonight unless I'm next to her. While she's grown up enough to not cry about it, she's still as timid as always. We watched an action movie tonight, so I know it's not the movie that's got her scared. It's those guys. Were you scared?
ボコボコにされるかと思った。
They didn't hit you, did they?
ニーニが来るまで腕掴まれてたくらい。
Did they say anything to you?
フードの人の口が悪くて怖かった。男の人はなんか話し方がねっとりしてて怖かった。高坂先輩だけ心配そうにしてくれてた。
Huh, maybe she's not totally gone. Then again, she did say she hates violence, so... I see.
ごめんね。
Don't apologize. It's my fault too for not stopping you.
助けに来てくれてありがとう。
You don't need to thank me either. I'm your brother. I'll always be there for you. Sora squeezes my hand. Sora and I were raised in a warm, nurturing environment. Neither of us has ever been in a fight. Being grabbed by the collar and threatened was probably more than enough to terrify Sora. Besides,
夜道には気をつけろよ、お兄ちゃん。
Ghost's words echo in my mind. That was obviously a threat, a declaration of war even. And the fact that she's purposely called me Oni-chan probably means she's targeting Sora too.
お兄ちゃん
Sora's worried voice brings my thoughts back to the present. I must have looked a little scared too. Sleep. You've got to be exhausted after today.
おやすみ
Good night. Still holding my hand, Sora closes her eyes. It'd be easy to dismiss those guys' goals as the powerless delusions of some wannabe supervillains. But that doesn't change the fact that they bared their fangs at Sora, at all of us. They're serious about building their so-called paradise. They really believe that they've been chosen for a purpose, and they won't hesitate to kill. It's even possible that the reason they expressed happiness over the petrification is that one of them is the culprit. Either that guy or the hooded girl. Even Kosaka-senpai might be the murderer. Even if none of them is the user of the evil eye, it's obvious that they'd be more than willing to let them into their ranks. They condone murder, after all. And that's not something I'm willing to let slide. But most unforgivable of all, they dared to lay a hand on my precious sister.
ミーヤン
The first one in a while. What's up?
まだ手離しちゃダメだよ
Don't worry. I'll keep holding it till you fall asleep.
目覚ましかけた
I did, so go to sleep already.
おやすみ
Good night. It looks like she's finally relaxed enough to sleep. A minute later, her breathing becomes soft and regular. Sora teased me about only helping Kujo because I wanted to impress her, but now I have a far more important reason to protect this city. Hear me, Rig Veda. If you plan on fighting us, if you plan on hurting Sora ever again, I will end you.
あ、明日の朝ごはん
Go to sleep.
はい
I knew that was going to happen. That was a catchy intro I can't show. So instead, we'll just jump to day 4.26.
ミーヤン早く遅刻するよ
We've still got time.
急ぎたくないじゃん準備できてるならもう行こうよ
Alright, alright. Urged on by Sora, I sling my bag over my shoulder and head to the front door.
行くよ行くよ
And away we go. I don't know, that's just how I imagined that in English. Hey, hey, not so fast. Sora grabs me by the arm and pulls me outside before I even have time to finish putting my shoes on.
おーいい天気
What's with you today? Let me go.
いいじゃん照れんなよ
Maybe eventually, but not yet. God, you're annoying.
おい今小声でなんつったおい
Oh, sorry. God, you're annoying. I disentangle myself from Sora, and we start walking to school. It looks like she's still not over the events of yesterday, and now I'm the one who has to suffer for it. She hasn't left my side since waking up. She even tried to go to the bathroom with me. Talk about moronic.
お昼買ってくよね
Yeah?
私の分も買っ
Not a chance.
くそ
Rude. We stop by the convenience store and grab some sandwiches and drinks. Even though we left home early, we still run into the one person I really didn't want to see. Hi.
おっと
Sora stops in her tracks. Kosaka-senpai is standing in the middle of the sidewalk as though waiting for someone. For once, she doesn't have her boy toys with her. Let's go. There's no point in standing around glaring at each other. I also feel like we'd be giving in if we detoured around her, so I decide to just walk straight past her. As we brush by, Kosaka-senpai looks like she wants to say something to us. But I only spare her a brief glance, so I can't be sure. Chalking it up to my imagination, I resolutely keep going. However... well, she's not in, sultry mode, so maybe we can actually have a decent conversation? Kosaka-senpai runs to catch up with us. She dashes past us and silently waits a short distance ahead. She's looking straight at us. But I keep pretending that I'm imagining things and walk past her again. However, she does it yet again. Undeterred, she runs past us once more, and this time she meets my gaze. She even looks like she's gathering her courage to say something. I don't know. She probably wants to talk to us. If we don't, I get the feeling we're gonna keep up this ridiculous act all the way to school. Sighing, we stop in front of Kosaka-senpai. What do you want? Kosaka-senpai averts her gaze and takes a few steps back. You're the one who wanted to talk to us, so what's with the wimpy attitude? Well, I guess I am acting a bit confrontational. Right now, she's in her timid personality, not her Empress one. I take a deep breath to calm myself, then ask her again. You want to talk to us about something, right? Tag, you're it. She steps up to Sora, pushes something into her hands, and runs off. What is with that girl? Is that a letter? What a twist that would be. For a moment I thought that too, but that's ridiculous, right? I'll tell you what's going on. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's... Wait, what? We know who it's from. I wonder what it says. Take a look at it. Alright, fine. Why me? Then open it carefully. There's no way that you'd do something that creepy. Sighing, I take the envelope and cautiously break the seal. There's no razor inside, just a neatly folded piece of paper. Paper cut. I pull it out, unfold it, and skim the contents. Yeah, it's for you. You'll know it when you read it. Read it yourself. I push the letter into Sora's hands. Reluctantly, she starts reading. Huh. Seems like it. Okay, maybe she's playing for both sides of the field? I don't know. What do you want to do? We are technically their enemies, so you could ignore it if you wanted to. If you want, I could be the one to message her. Right, because that couldn't possibly go awry. You're being surprisingly thoughtful, considering. Oh, right. You did mention that. Alright, I'm not against it, but make sure you're careful, okay?
おーい。まあ、メッセージのやり取りだけなら大丈夫っしょ。
She has a very specific ability. If you text her, your phone becomes a bomb. Sora stuffs the letter in her bag. Maybe she's not as hung up on yesterday's events as I thought. I'm still worried about her, but if she hears me admit that, she'll start teasing me, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
学校着いたら送ってみよっかな。リアクションあったら報告します。
Gotcha. I'll tell Kujo about this too.
いいよいいよ。私から伝えておく。
Oh yeah? Alright, I'll leave you to it.
クールに頼むとか言いながらも内心動揺している兄なのであった。
No. Huh?
残念だったな。このネタを話しかけるきっかけに使おうというみやこ先輩への下心。私見逃さない。
God, you're annoying.
おい、今小声でなんつった。おい。
Apparently I'm just saying it. I'm not even muttering it. Forget about it. We gotta move.
はいはい。
We resume our walk to school. I'm honestly shocked that Kosaka-senpai wants to talk. Like Sora said, there probably isn't any danger if they're just texting, so I'm not quite worried, per se. But I still can't help wondering how things will play out. For now, I'm leaving this in Sora's hands. What could go wrong? And then the roof goes on, and nothing can go wrong. Homeroom morning classes pass by in a flash, and suddenly it's lunchtime. While Sora explained everything to Kujo in our group chat, she still hasn't mentioned how texting Kosaka-senpai went. It's possible that she hasn't gotten a reply yet, but it's also possible that they're just having a long conversation. I shift around restlessly through afternoon classes, eagerly waiting for the bell to ring. Finally, Sora sends me a message right as homeroom is ending.
はーい、今日はこれで終わり。日直さん。起立。礼。
Ah, of course Miyako is the class rep.
お疲れ様。気をつけて帰ってね。
As I sit back down, I pull out my phone and check my texts. I don't like where this is going. It looks like things are going to be complicated, so I suggest to Kujo and Sora that we meet up at the gate. They both agree, and I put my phone away.
かけるみんなでカラオケ行くけど、一緒にどう
I'll pass.
付き合い悪いな。クラス替えしたばっかりなんだからさ。もっと交流深めていこうよ。
I've got plans with my sister.
じゃあ、妹さんもご一緒に。
I'll pass.
もう。九条さんはどう
ごめんなさい。アルバイトが。
また振られちゃった。仕方ないな。
You have no hope, Yoichi. See ya, Yoichi.
はいはい。じゃあね。
I get up, glance over at Kujo, and exit the classroom. I weave between the students on cleaning duty and head to the main gate.
にーにー。
Sora's already waiting at the gate, and when she spots me, she waves me over. I don't bother to wave back. You sure got here fast.
ホームルームすぐ終わった。みやこ先輩は
Not here yet. She was talking to her friends, so it might take her a bit.
そっか。あ、来たよ。みやこ先輩来た。
I turn around and see Kujo. She mimes that she's going to the bicycle lot and jogs off. A few minutes later, she returns with her bike.
ごめんなさい。全然。今来たとこ。
Oh, you didn't? Let's move out of the way. We're blocking people here.
そうだね。
We scoot over to the wall. Kujo puts down her bike's kickstand, and I finally bring up the main topic. She wants to meet in person?
そうなの。
Well, that shouldn't be a problem as long as nobody's a guy. Wait a minute. Sora takes out her phone, taps the screen a few times, then shows it to us. It's a log of her chats with Kosaka-senpai. The last thing she sent was, "Can we meet in person, please?"
考えさせてって言ってあるんだけど、どうしよう。会っていいのかな
As long as it's at a public place with lots of police activity. Why does she want to see you?
同じユーザー同士、 仲良くなりたいってあるよ。
うん、そう言われた。
Friends.
嘘かな、騙すつもりかな。
直接謝りたいともあるけど、
今日ほぼ一日中やりとりはしてたんだけど、なんていうか敵意みたいなのはなさそうなんだよね。ほら見てよ。
She scrolls through the message log.
最初にごめんなさいってあってね、その後めっちゃ話しかけてくんの。趣味の話とか、日常会話的な。
It's super obvious how she's just trying to figure out how you feel about her. And it's kinda creepy.
そうなんすよ。あっちも仲間探してるみたいだから懐柔したいのかなとか思って警戒してたんだけど、にしては会話下手すぎない？
Gee, I never would have guessed from the way she just kind of shoved that message into your hands earlier today.
なんだか自分がどういう人間かを必死に伝えようとしているように見えるね。趣味の話もそうだし、食の好みとか。
そうなんだよね。だからわかんなくて、先輩が何考えてるのか。
I want to be friends, but also enemies. Frenemies?
裏はなくて本当に仲良くなりたいのかな。
Or it's a trap.
リグ
Veda.
そういうの抜きにして個人的にってことかな。
わからないけれど勧誘には見えないね。そういう流れに持っていこうとしていない。
Plus, I mean, I think we made it pretty clear that that's a foregone conclusion.
じゃあ会ってみてもいいのかな。
Kujo, you've got work today, right?
同席はできないけれど、待ち合わせ場所をナインボールにしてもらえれば何かあった時に対応はできるかも。
That should work.
ナインボールで会いましょうって送ってみてもいい？わ、しっぷい顔。
昨日あんなことあったばかりだし、お兄ちゃんとしては心配だよね。
なんだよ、シスコンかよ。
Not yet. Want me to smack you?
ちょっとマジトーンで言うのほんとやめて。割とビビるからマジで。
Ugh. But yeah, we need info. If you want to do it, Sora, I won't stop you.
私の判断が正しいかっていう問題はあるけど、じゃあ送ってみる。
Let her know I'll be there too.
なんだよ、やっぱりシスコンかよ。
I'll grind you into paste.
真顔で言うのやめろ。泣くぞ。いいのか、泣くぞ。
Just text her already.
ひい。
Pouting, Sora looks down at her phone. Meanwhile, Kujo watches us bicker with a grin. I get the feeling Kujo's starting to think I dote on my little sister. I guess it's not a big deal, but I do wish she'd see things for what they are. I swear I'm not a siscon. Seriously, I'm not. Yet.
送ったー。って早っ、返信早っ。
She was waiting.
もう
早きこと光のごとしだった。ナインボールでいいけど2位には来んなって。
We're a package deal. Huh?
男の人怖いんだって。
That's ironic. Excuse me?
いや、わかるよ。兄上が言いたいことわかるよ。
Hey, another one of those. She's got the freaking boyfriend brigade fawning over her every goddamn day, and now she's scared? Also, the boyfriend brigade is the best name for that group that I have heard so far. I like it.
だよね、わかる。兄様の怒りわかりますわよ。
人格が変わるんだよね。
そう。
もともとの人格は男性が苦手なのかな。それなら嘘はないけれど。
Yeah, it kind of seems like her alternate personality is kind of a defense mechanism? I don't know. Well, that does make sense, but...
最初に見た時も男の人に囲まれて怖そうにしてたような気がしないでもないかも。
I was honestly starting to doubt my memories of that.
とにかく会ってみるよ。会えばわかるだろうし、みやこ先輩もいるし。
できる限り 注意しておくね。
If she explicitly told me not to come, I guess I can't just sit at another table or something either. If things get dicey, call me over right away, alright?
おーい、まあ任せなさいって。他の2人のこととかバッチリ掴んでくるから。
Could always message the parfait queen and be like, hey, recon. Don't get carried away now.
はい、分かっております。とりあえず OK って返事しちゃいます。
先輩、まだ学校にいるのかな？
Oh yeah, if we stand around here talking, we might run into her.
送った。じゃあさっさとナインボール行きましょい。
Kujo, look after Sora for me.
新見くんは近くまで一緒に行く？
Nah. I'm gonna look around the school for that commander guy. I don't know if I'll turn anything up, but I want to see if I can learn his real name at least.
じゃあここで解散だね。
呼んだらちゃんと来てよね。絶対だよ。
I will, don't worry. Once I've looked around a bit, I'll head somewhere close to 9 ball.
絶対だかんね。よし、みやこ先輩行こう。
新見くん、また後でね。
Yeah, be careful, you two. After seeing them off, I return to school. I pass by Kosaka senpai on the way inside, but despite the encounter sending a shiver down my spine, she just keeps her head low and passes by me without saying anything. Her followers aren't around, so I guess she really is going to 9 ball alone. If her primary ability is to charm men, is her personality switch a side effect of that? Or a different ability entirely? Sure wish I knew if she could charm girls too. If not, that'd put my mind at ease. No, doesn't seem like it based off of the first episode. I stop to watch Senpai pass through the school gates, and then I re-enter the building. I climb the stairs to the 3rd floor. Peeking into all the classrooms, I walk from one end of the hallway to the other, but I don't see anyone resembling either Commander or the hooded girl. Yeah, I don't think she actually goes to school here. I'm not even sure she's in school. In retrospect, it might have been smarter to just wait at the gates and watch as people left. I guess my only options now are to check out the clubs or to go around asking the 3rd years if they know a guy who looks like Commander. Though if I'm too blatant about this, it might put him on guard. Oh. My phone starts vibrating in my pocket. Figuring it's Sora, I take it out in a hurry. Oh, it's Yuuki. It seems she wants to meet at 9 ball to discuss something. Her message concludes with an out-of-place but cute sticker. Aw. Come to think of it, I should probably update her on what's going on with Kosaka-senpai. We did name her our leader after all. I explain the situation to her and ask if we can meet somewhere else. Then come to the park. Once again, it's a curt message with a cute sticker tacked on. I guess that's her way of softening the blow? I seriously can't figure out this girl. I tell her I'm on my way and cut short my search for Commander. I arrive at the park 10 minutes later. No sign of Yuuki as far as I can see. I go to sit on a nearby bench, but then freeze when I realize it's the same bench we found the petrified girl on. I walk to the next bench over and settle down there. Don't want to risk that. Where is Kuho Girls Academy again? Is it farther from the park than I am? If so, I could see it taking Yuuki some time to get here. She's already here, watching.
時間通りね。
Whoa! A murmur comes from behind me. I turn around to see Yuuki step out from behind a tree. Oh, it's Yandere Simulator. What is with the weird entrance? And what does she mean by right on time? We never agreed on a time to meet. I guess she's already gotten her Chuni persona.
振り向かないで。正面を向いたまま話して。
Really? We're gonna do this spy movie style? Alright. Huh? Why?
どこで奴らが見ているかわからない。私たちが手を組んだと悟られない方がいい。
Didn't you already tell them we're working together though, with the whole Valhalla Society thing? Okay. You do realize anyone walking by can see you there, right? In fact, even if I don't turn around, it's gonna be obvious to anyone who sees us that the two of us are talking. But if I point that stuff out, she'll probably just do something even crazier, so I play along.
昨夜のエンプレスと会っているそうね。
Huh? Yeah, my sister is. Kujo's there for support too.
目的は
Huh? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
目的
Oh, no clue. She just said she wanted to be friends with Sora.
仲良くエンプレスなんて名乗っている割には可愛らしいことを言うのね。
Sorry, but
何
you're so quiet I can't hear you. Sighing, Yuuki walks over and sits beside me. There we go. Yeah, you don't actually care if people see us talking, do you? I knew it.
男性が苦手だそうね。
Yeah, that's what her message said.
手よくあなたを排除しただけじゃ。
It's possible. But there will be a crowd at 9 Ball, so I don't think she'll try anything funny there.
どうかしらね。
If anything happens, I'll rush over.
賢明ね。ならば速やかに済ませましょう。
She takes out her phone and fiddles with it for a bit. A second later, my phone buzzes.
データを送った。確認を。
What is this, a dead drop? I obediently take out my smartphone and look at her message. Oh, nice! You got a picture of them.
ええ。あなたたちと問答をしている間に撮っておいた。かなり不鮮明だけれど。
Looks pretty good to me. It was pretty dark out, so I can't blame you. Thanks, though. This will make it easier to search for them.
ということは、エンプレス以外はまだ特定できていないのね。
Yeah, I'm thinking they're third years, but...
そう。私はフードの女を調べていた。少なくとも私と同学年ではないようだけれど。ただ、クホーの生徒ではないと、まだ断言はできない。顔が半分程度しか見えないし、判断材料が少なすぎる。
I'll keep digging into the girl, but my priority is figuring out who the commander is.
ええ。本名や住所が特定できれば、交渉材料くらいにはなる。
You don't know me, but I know where you live. It'd be nice if they're the kind of guys who get spooked just cause we learn their identity.
名前や顔を隠すのは後ろめたい証。個人情報が彼らへの抑止力となるのなら徹底的に利用すべき。
With that, Yuki gets to her feet. Going already?
ええ、要件は以上よ。
Thanks. I'll put this picture to good use.
礼なんて必要ない。私たちはバルハラソサイエティの仲間なんだから。
In that case, I should probably try to remember the name then. After what she no doubt thinks is a cool line, Yuki turns her back to me. She walks off without so much as a backward glance. She really likes that aloof act. Though she did go out of her way to explain in person something she could have just texted to me, so she must actually be pretty social at heart. At the very least, she's a nice girl. Now then, I should go somewhere closer to 9 Ball. As I get to my feet, I feel my phone vibrate again. I sure am popular today. This time it's from Sora. She doesn't need help, and it seems her meeting's over already. Seriously? They met up to talk for like 5 minutes? Man, today's just one thing after another. Grumbling to myself, I pick up my bag and leave the park. I wave to Kujo and give her a hello. She takes me to Sora's table and I sit down.
お疲れお疲れ。
Hey.
ご注文決まりましたら。
Oh, the usual soda.
かしこまりました。少々お待ちください。
After giving Kujo my order, I turn to Sora. How'd it go?
収穫ナッシング。
Boo. You got done talking pretty fast.
10 分くらいかな話したの。って言っても9割無言だったけど。
I guess she's a lot more vocal in text than she is in person. The heck?
自分で言ってたけど異常なコミュ障なんだってさ。女の子ならまだ頑張れるけど男の人いるともう一人の自分に頼っちゃうって。
Ah, her other self, huh?
で頑張ろうと思ったけど無理そうだからごめんなさい帰りますって。
She didn't want to let her other self do the talking?
直接聞いたわけじゃないけどできる限り人格を変えたくないっぽい感じだった。後でメッセージ送るって。
I have a feeling that's what a lot of episode 3 is going to be about, basically getting to know her and see how her two personalities are constantly fighting with each other. It's a real Jekyll and Hyde situation. In the end, we never figured out what she was after.
そうなるね。でもやっぱり悪い人ではない気がするな。ごめんなさいって普通に謝られたし。
Sora gazes out the window and sips her drink. If all she wants is to find friends, we might be able to convince her to cut ties with those Rig Veda guys.
とにかく連絡待ちかな。何話したいのかわかんないけど。
お待たせしました。
Oh, thanks.
みやこ先輩にも報告するね。なんかあったらまたグループで送る。
お願いします。いらっしゃいませ。
A new customer walks through the door, and Kujo hurries off to greet them. Guess we should go after we finish our drinks.
あれ、ご飯食べてかないの？
It's still early, and if we stay here too long, we'll keep other customers waiting, so let's go find something to eat near the station.
オッケーオッケー。
My treat today.
え、マジで？
You did good, both yesterday and today.
じゃあ昨日もおごれよ。
Nah, you had to put in all that work today too before you maxed out my I feel like treating you gauge.
何それ、おごったらゼロになるの？
Yep. It maxes out at 100, by the way.
バカなの？
I feel my desire to treat you waning. I think my let's split the bill gauge is maxed out.
やだ、今日のお兄ちゃん超かっこいい。抱いてほしい。
That might be too much. Gross.
はあ、今なんて言いました。はあ。
What should we get?
カレーの気分。
Knock off Ichibanya it is.
やったー。ちなみにここをおごってもらうとどうなります？
The gauge resets to 0 and you pay for your own curry.
ケチこせー。
Every time you complain, the gauge drops down a few points.
お兄様太っ腹ステーキ。
Okay, I'm not paying for you anymore.
なんでだよ。
I ignore Sora and finish off my drink. When the sun goes down, we head out. Gotta keep her on her toes. We eat dinner at knockoff Ichibanya and start heading back. As we're passing by the station, Sora tugs my sleeve.
にいに、私の荷物部屋に置いたままでもいい？
Huh? Oh, you're going home?
うん、そろそろ帰る。おとんがいつまでかけるのところにいるんだってしつこいし。
Got him wrapped around your little finger, haven't you?
おかげでお小遣いがっぽりっすわ。
I had to save up so much just to get a single model, but you were able to get all the dolls you wanted when we were kids.
あ、ニーヤンのプラモセット、何？エアブラシとか。
You haven't been messing with them, have you?
触ってないよ。っていうかもう触れないし。もうないから。
Wait, what? Huh?
捨てちゃったよ、お母さんが。
What?
ニーニの私物物置に突っ込んだでしょ？部屋の模様替えの時。で、いい加減邪魔だから捨てちゃおうって。
Oh no, she Marikondoed my figures. Wait, no way, for real?
マジで。止めたけど学校行ってる間に捨てちゃったっぽい。
You've gotta be kidding me.
マンションにちゃんと持ってけばよかったのに。
It was my first time living alone, so I didn't want to. I was worried I wouldn't have time for my hobbies.
なんかそんなこと言ってた気がする。
I did. I definitely said I'd come back for them eventually, and they shouldn't throw them away.
そのうちって ってもう1年じゃん。
I just hadn't made one in so long that I lost the motivation to go back and get it.
じゃあいいじゃん別に。
It's a big freaking deal. Actually, wait, did she only throw out my airbrush and supplies? My masterpieces are still there, right? No way!
なんかあれだね、ネットのコピペ思い出した。奥さんが旦那さんのコレクション勝手に捨てちゃうやつ。
I strike destiny. My black seven sword.
うわー、マジでショック受けてる。おー、よちよち元気出してね。
Sora ruffles my hair, but I don't even have the energy to push her away. They really did it. I wasn't amazing at it or anything, but I poured my heart and soul into those models, and now they're all gone. I give up on life.
腹いせに私の荷物捨てないでよね。
Not gonna, God.
パンツかぶるくらいは許す。
Go die.
ひどい。
Well, whatever. Done is done. It's partially my fault for ignoring them for a year too.
切り替え早っ。
I mean, no matter how angry or sad I get, my precious models aren't coming back. Goodbye, beloved Stardust memory.
あ、これ切り替えられてねえな。ショックのあまり頭おかしくなってんな。どこ見てんの？空？星そんなに出てないよ。大丈夫？精神崩壊しちゃった？
It all returns to nothing. Be careful on your way home.
はいよ。一応お母さんにニーニが絶望してたって伝えとく。
Make sure you properly convey to her the depths of my sorrow.
任せろーい。じゃねー。
Sora waves and runs off to the station. I watch her until she's out of sight, then start the long trek back home. Man, I'm beat. Back home. I throw my bag into a corner and change into my pajamas. Once I've changed, I turn on my laptop and open the bag of chips I bought on the way back. Maybe I'll watch a movie to ease my heartache. Or Sophia can show up.
ずいぶんと景気の悪い顔をしているわね。
Space tears opened and Sophie pops out. I can't even catch a breather when I'm home alone. I'm just way too busy today.
ユーザー探し、芳しくないよね。
Couldn't be more wrong, actually. I take my hand off the mouse and close my laptop. We've already found 4 other users.
あら、4人も。
We got one on our side. Another, we're not sure if she's an ally or an enemy. The last 2 are definitely enemies, though.
へえ。
I can't tell how she means that. Is she impressed or not? All she does is flap her tiny arms and put on that goofy grin, so it's impossible to know what she's thinking. Goofy is not the word that I choose, but whatever.
4人。この枝は随分と展開が早いわね。別の枝ではまだ何も進展していないのに。
Is that the one where Kujo dies, or... Branch?
別の可能性のことよ。意外と空が優秀だったのかしら。そばに置いたのは正解だったわね。
Wait, did you separate us in another branch? What are you talking about?
察しが悪いわね。気が向いたら説明してあげるわよ。
You mean when it's convenient for the plot? She's sighing at me, but I don't even have the energy to argue. Honestly, I just want this conversation done with. Mind giving us a hand? I'm trying to figure out their names.
2人の敵のね。
Yep. I pick up my phone and show Sophie the picture Yuuki sent me. The girl with long hair is Haruka Kosaka, but I don't know the guy in the middle or the girl with the hood.
ぼやけていてよくわからないわね。なぜ敵対したの？
They said they want to make a paradise for users. Apparently they plan on using their powers to rule humanity or something.
あらあら、支配？馬鹿げた理想を語るわね。
I agree. They claim they're willing to murder for the sake of their goals, which is why we're fighting them.
一番嫌いなタイプだわ。いいわよ。手伝ってあげる。
Huh. That honestly surprises me. Thanks. It's possible that one of those two is the user of the evil eye.
根拠は？
Not exactly, but I point to the hooded girl. The way I see it, she's hiding her face because she's up to no good. She might be making trouble in the neighborhood. As for this guy, honestly, he seems kinda pathetic. If you ask me, it's the hooded girl who's really running the show. If any of them is the user of the evil eye, the hooded girl seems the most likely to me.
なるほどね。一応聞いておくけど、日常的に接点はないわよね。
Nope. I first met them last night and I haven't seen them since. The guy dresses like he goes to my school, but I don't know a thing about the girl in the hood.
そう、わかったわ。少し手こずりそうだけれど、一日もらうわよ。
Sounds good. Thanks.
暦が悪いからあまり動きたくはないのだけれど、魔眼のユーザーの疑いがあるのなら、そういうわけにはいかないわね。
Now, is that literal or is that a metaphor? Because with you trans-dimensional beings, I don't know. Is that just an expression or... Okay, it's on the same page as Kakeru, though.
占いよ。
Oh. You believe in that garbage?
信じるも何も、私の占いは当たるのよ。
Oh, well, you know, that would have been helpful in other branches. Okay.
何よ、その気のない返事は。まあいいわ。じゃあ、私は行くわ。
Don't let the trans-dimensional door hit you on the way out.
あなたにしてはよくやったと褒めてあげる。じゃあね。
I think that's the first time she's ever complimented us. Sophie opens her mysterious portal and vanishes through it. She's a real master of backhanded compliments, that one. I have no idea how much help Sophie will be, but she seems confident at least. I'm sure she'll at least find out their names. I'm still not sure what use that information will be, but anything is better than being totally in the dark. At any rate, there's nothing more I can do today. Ah, I just remembered, Kosaka-senpai said she'd contact Sora again. I guess all we can do now is wait for that. For now, I reopen my laptop and look for a promising movie to watch. It's been a while since I've spent the night alone. I'd better take the time to enjoy it. All by myself. Except I'm happy about it. And with day 4.27, I think that's where I will stop this episode. After all, I don't want to get too far ahead without Sarah and Prince. So, this actually has been a pretty educational one. Kosaka-senpai is friendlier than I was expecting. I guess that makes sense. It doesn't really seem like she's as into the idea of the Rig Veda ideology. Or maybe her other personality is, but she herself is not. Her timid personality. I don't know, that whole thing's a little bit confusing, but if we don't figure it out in this episode, I know we will in episode 3. And then Sophie actually praised us. And Sora went home. That's the most surprising thing of all. I thought she was just going to stay forever. But that was a cute scene where she needed that reassurance from her brother. It's proof that they really do care about each other, platonically, for now. It's gonna be one of those games. We knew that. Anyway, well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. For now, I am one half of the Bridge Boys, signing off.